Well, welcome. I'm Butch Robinson, Chairman of the Board of the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. And we're excited that you're here to help us celebrate agriculture and how it affects our daily lives. As Texans, our roots are firmly planted in agriculture. From food to medicine and beauty to clothing, agriculture is part of our daily lives. Here at the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, we do our part to educate our visitors on how agriculture impacts us. In Capital One Bank Ag Venture, families can witness live births in the birthing center, learn about the importance of soil composition to rural agriculture in the horticulture exhibit, and even learn how to weave Texas cotton into garments. Outside, in Kids Country, Fun on the Farm allows children to explore the world of agriculture by following Farmer Joe through the process of producing farm products. From planting to market, children can help with the chores, such as gathering eggs, planting and harvesting crops, and milking a cow. Inside the center, you will find 4-H and FFA members from across this great state here exhibiting their prized livestock. These are just a few of the examples of what the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo offers to educate visitors about the importance of agriculture. While here, they get to learn all about this great industry, many of which never have the chance to experience all that there is to the food and fiber industry. All of our 24,000 volunteers, our exhibitors and staff believe that agriculture is our culture, and we are proud to partner with the Texas Department of Agriculture as they launch the Agriculture is Your Culture campaign. At this time, I'd like to introduce the Texas Commissioner of Agriculture, Todd Staples, who will go into more details of the department's plans. Thank you, Todd.
Thank you very much, Chair. I appreciate that.
Get this out of your way.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much, and I want to say thank you to the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo for 78 years of impacting people's lives and making a difference and bringing it all together right here under this one roof. You know, life is really what we're here to celebrate today. And no matter what you do for a living, no matter where you live, no matter what you're involved in, any person in the world is involved in agriculture every day, at least 3 times a day if it's a good day for them. And agriculture is the food that we eat, agriculture is the clothes that we wear, and it's more and more the fuel that goes into fueling our engines that drives our economy. But agriculture is even more than that. In fact, agriculture is your culture. From toothpaste to tires to makeups to plastics, agriculture is a part of our everyday lives. And we're excited about the influence that agriculture has on our state's economy. Agriculture today contributes about $100 billion in terms of economic impact. 1 in 7 working Texans are employed in some form of agriculture. But unfortunately today, we have fewer and fewer people who recognize that agriculture is the reason that our grocery store shelves are stocked. That farmers and ranchers who work hard every day are the reason that you can find any food item that you need any day of the week in any of our retail outlets across Texas or across the nation. And unfortunately, we have people who are choosing to support policies that threaten domestic production agriculture through federal policies or through state policies that harm the ability to continue to produce domestic food and fiber in Texas and in America. And ladies and gentlemen, we recognize the problems that are happening in the Middle East today, don't we? Anybody fill up your car lately and seen the sticker shock that we're having? You know we don't like being dependent on foreign oil. We cannot become dependent on foreign food. And yet we have activists that unfortunately are supporting policies that hurt the agricultural community. I want to tell you that there is no one, and I mean no one, that is a better steward of the land than those whose lives depend on it. And that includes our state's farmers and ranchers. And in order to have a unified message about what agriculture is about, members of the Texas Farm Bureau and the Texas and Southwestern Cattle Raisers Association, and all different ag groups came together and said, we want to make certain that the Texans of today understand that agriculture is broad and diverse. We have here with us today some of the brightest future leaders in Texas from the Texas 4-H and the Texas FFA organization, who understand that agriculture is genetics and biotechnology, and agriculture is food safety, and agriculture is getting these products that we grow on Texas farms and ranches to the plates and dinner tables of Texans and people all across the world. So we're very excited about launching this statewide initiative, Agriculture is Your Culture. And you can go to our website at www.texasagriculture.gov/culture, and you can see the types of things that we have displayed here at this booth today. And we have some of our state's leaders whose very lives depend on it, that represent tens of thousands of Texas families that are working hard every day. And I'd like to call up Tom Pabin with the Texas Farm Bureau at this time. Tom? Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you and good afternoon. The Texas Farm Bureau is very pleased to be here and be part of Agriculture is Your Culture kickoff. I'm Tom Pabin, and I farm near Waller in the greater Houston area. I also serve on the board of directors of the Texas Farm Bureau. More than 2 million people live in the greater Houston area for the most part, and they have little idea what I do. Some might think that's a good thing. I really think it's a shame. In today's increasingly interconnected world, decisions made each day, some in Austin, some in Washington, some far away across the globe, impact us as much as the choices we make on our Texas farms and ranches. Consequently, the decisions we make as farmers and ranchers directly affect all Texans. Often, those decisions are made on behalf of the people of Texas, though they may not understand the benefits or the consequences of those decisions. I don't know that there is anything in our Texas culture that has more impact on our daily lives, yet is more invisible to the average Texan than agriculture. We appreciate the efforts of Texas Commissioner Todd Staples and all the Texas Department of Agriculture to increase the awareness of our industry. We hope that that awareness becomes part of the decisions that impact us all. Agriculture is more than what arrives on your dinner table. It touches virtually every part of the economy of Texas. We are the second largest industry in the state. Today, we not only grow food, but renewable fuels, key components of many non-food items. Not far from here in this building is Texas Farm Bureau's Planted Agriculture exhibit, which displays agriculture's role in many of these products and industries. Agriculture is not only farmers and ranchers, crops and livestock. Our industry is interwoven into the fabric of Texas culture itself. Agriculture is indeed your culture. In Texas Farm Bureau, we look forward to being part of this effort. Thank you.
Thank you, Tom. And now help me welcome the president of the Texas and Southwestern Cattle Raisers Association, Mr. Dave Scott. Dave, thank you.
Thank you, Todd. President of the largest and oldest livestock organization in the state, we want to thank Todd Staples and his staff for launching this educational campaign to let the beef industry tell their story. Quite frankly, the public is concerned about it. They want to know that the food that they eat will not harm them and will not harm the environment. So far, they've received a lot of bad information from groups that have no personal involvement in the beef industry. They need to hear the truth from ranching families like mine. I grew up in the cattle business. I can tell you that we strive to raise the healthiest, wholesomest food that we can serve. And there's no one more concerned about the food on your table than Texas ranchers. We care about the beef we produce for our family and for yours, and we are capable of producing it. I'd like to, at this time, introduce Coleman Locke. He is president of J.D. Hudgens and Company. Coleman.
Thank you very much, Dave. Many people believe that if they don't live on a farm or ranch that they're not involved in agriculture. Actually, anyone who purchases and consumes food is involved in agriculture. We appreciate the fact that Commissioner Staples has taken an active role in alleviating these misconceptions by launching the Agriculture is Your Culture campaign. As a fifth-generation rancher, I'm proud of the fact that my family is one of many families who provide safe and healthy beef to dinner tables across America and throughout the world. Family farms and ranches are the foundation of American agriculture. In fact, 97% of all U.S. farms and ranches are family-owned. We take our responsibility very seriously. Texas ranchers are committed to providing the safest and highest quality beef. We eat beef too. Every year, the American beef industry involves more than $350 million in safety efforts. To date, cattle producers have invested more than $28 million of their own dollars in safety research. We believe that quality beef begins with quality care, which is why we work hard to keep our animals healthy, safe, and secure. Texas ranchers are dedicated to providing a safe and wholesome product while leaving our environment in better shape for the next generation. Preserving our country's natural resources is more important to us than to many people. Texas ranchers are doing our part to protect the environment while providing food for a hungry and growing world. Anyone who has purchased fuel for their automobile lately has seen firsthand the results of dependence on other countries to provide American oil. Texas ranchers and farmers work hard every day to efficiently provide wholesome and nutritious beef for American families so that we won't be dependent on someone else to feed us. I salute Commissioner Staples for his efforts to dispel myths about the agriculture industry and for educating consumers as to how Texas farmers and ranchers play a vital role in the everyday lives of all people.
Thank you, Coleman. Appreciate that. Well, I certainly appreciate these leaders that are here today. And Mr. Chairman, we thank you and the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo for your hospitality and for this being Ag for You Day to remind everyone about the importance of agriculture. American consumers spend about 10% of our personal disposable income on food, compared to our friends in Mexico who spend about 24% and our competitors in China that spend about 30%. I think American consumers have a pretty big good deal, don't you? I'll tell you what. The reason they do is because they invest in science, they invest in high-quality environmental standards, and because they work to provide you the safest, the most affordable, and reliable food supply in the world. That message needs to be told. That's why we're here today launching Agriculture is Your Culture. But we can't tell this story alone. We need your help. So if you have an email, or you have a Facebook page, or you use Twitter, or any other forms of social media today, we're asking you to help tell this story. As you can tell from the exhibits here, it is a powerful story, and our lives are truly impacted each and every day, whether or not you've ever entered onto a Texas farm or ranch. So help us tell that story. Let's continue to make agriculture a leader in Texas and a leader in the world. Thank you very much for joining us today. Tom, thank you. Very good. Thank you. Appreciate you very much. It's great. Yes, sir. On to our next question.
Again, thank you.